Guess where this picture was taken?
Oh, wow. Where?
That's not a guess.
Oh. Can you put it
I'm
again?
holding a bat. And that's a live
cave.
bat.
Fear factor.
No, that's not the question. I said where, what town?
In a cave in Kansas.
That's not a cave. Obviously, it's a office.
Los Angeles. New York, Fox News Channel.
What is...
The Sci-Fi Channel.
What town is famous for their bats?
Austin, Texas.
That's it.
Gotham City.
Yeah.
1 minute.
The microphone works really well. It even drowned out all the other audio. I might have to say.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't you put that on him before the whole event started?
Because I was worried it was going to die. It took forever to get to him.
I saw you slide in there.
I mean,
45 seconds.
Oh, yeah. It's like the microphone's on his body.
It is an honor to be able to share.
I'd like to have you post the entire speech, please.
no, it's 8 minutes. I'm trying to find when he makes a joke.
I'm a man of few words.
Imagine some of you already are saying in your mind
Those words.
that thank God.
15 seconds.
Are we on now? The behind the scenes.
Generation.
Probably. You never know.
We're back in 6.
But I would imagine.
5, 4.
I would imagine
3,
we are.
2. All right, here we go. We're back.
We could be on all day playing Beach Boy hits. They had so many. Mr. Dan, who is watching the show today, suggested that one. Sloop John B. His favorite Beach Boy song.
Okay.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep your requests coming. 659er.
Scientists say the glow from fireflies are disappearing.
What? This is like my childhood. Apparently, we might be the last generation to experience the fun of catching lightning bugs. Maybe we shouldn't have been catching them. Researchers say there has been a major decline due to habitat loss, light pollution, and pesticides. And that's happening all around the world, which means children aren't running around a field on summer nights, trapping them in jars for fun anymore. Oh, wow. Now, I would let them go. I hope all of you would let them go.
Yeah.
And I hope you didn't do like my sister did.
What did your sister do?
When they would light up, she'd pop the light off of their body
Oh, gosh.
and put it on her ring finger like she was engaged.
Wow. We don't support Firefly violence.
Rose did that too?
Oh.
So Rose, our producer, is the cause for the extinction of the Firefly.
Messed up.
So when you see her out and about today, scold her.
Oh.
You gotta add me in
Oh.
there.
You did it too,
Oh,
Drew?
Drew
I
did
did
it too?
something worse. I got the tennis racket or the badminton
What?
racket, and I'd be going swatting it.
Oh,
As a
that's
kid, as a
horrible.
kid.
Come on, man.
You probably never did what I did.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God. This confession is just.
Take a magnifying glass and,
Oh.
and like ants.
Oh, my gosh. The only thing I did was just make roly-polies roll up by touching them.
I liked roly-polies. I always liked them.
Yeah.
I think their proper name is aphid. I think it's an aphid. 7 o'clock.
True confessions.
No.
Sorry. Do you think this thing's on?
It should be.
I don't know. You mean broadcasting? That
Yes.
I don't know.
That's what we mean.
I mean, obviously it's on, but are we broadcasting? I would guess we
Is it
are.
possible
I would
to
imagine so as
confirm
well.
that we are, that the behind the scenes show is live broadcasting now? Web
Nothing makes sense in this building. Hot! There's probably a Beach Boys song that talks about the heat.
Did they talk about that a lot? Did the Beach Boys were that?
High fly ball out to left field. Half is back at the Yingling side.
That's what you did.
The Phillies winning the series of the Cup after a great game from Yeah, it's going to be hot in the city. Boom. I mean, boom. Good, everybody. It's Thursday, June the 12th, 25. The summer's over. It's already mid.
Stop saying that, because when you say it's over, then we have to think about it being over, and I'm not ready.
It's already June 12th. When's summer?
It's moving.
20,
A week from tomorrow.
Right.
a week from
It's
tomorrow.
not even official yet.
All right, all right. Back to school.
All right, so it's not only Philadelphia that's going to reach the 90s today. It looks like it could be Dover, Delaware, Wilmington, Exton.
Do me a
Doylestown
favor.
get pretty close to 90, so lots of
Could you,
predictions of 90-degree
look at,
temperatures
YouTube?
today. But it's
Oh, it's on.
today only. As we look at our
Anything
neighborhood
else,
here in
sir?
Old City, the sun
maybe
is
look
up.
at some
It's been up
comments.
for a while. And you can see it's a little bit hazier.
You know, here's the
down here
thing
in
today.
Ocean City, New Jersey.
Ask me
Where the
anything,
temperature's
and I will
72
answer
degrees,
honestly.
and folks are getting their
Anything.
started on the boardwalk.
So will
They're
Alex.
Probably alert in
I'm
effect
not
for
subscribing
today
to
because
that.
of that haze and smoke.
What are you doing?
And bust that buddy.
Looking
2
for
days
better
of school today
options.
and tomorrow. That's it. Temperatures
She
in
has
the
lip
70s
options.
and ending up in the 90s on National Superman Day. So he's channeling his favorite superhero. I think that by 2 o'clock we'll be pretty close to
Okay.
90 degrees and maybe get above 90. I'm going for 92 in the
You
city.
just- you did one-
86 down the shore with a southwesterly wind.
All right,
And
never heard of
80
it.
degrees in the Pocono Mountains. And
All
there's
right.
sunset time, so you have a lot of time.
I mean, a lot of them have to do with.
Sunshine.
Someone asking, where's Bob Penny?
Sunset. All right, so that's Thursday. Weekend's almost
he was
here. We'll
arrested
have
last
that
night.
rundown for you. And there are some more changes in the Sunday.
I hate.
forecast.
He's doing.
All right, hope you're
He's on assignment.
cool with the changes.
Yeah.
I looked
Kelly
up
Grant.
Metropolis, Illinois. Why is there Superman statues and the theme all around town? Because
Oh, Dr.
Superman
Wexler.
is from Metropolis.
He's just watching
so
the show. He's-
that's why they went with that theme. If you're curious what this
Dr.
is
Matt,
about.
come here for a second.
Let's get you started with a look at 291, going right there toward
Say hello
Philadelphia.
to the
I want to
viewers.
start right here.
Hello.
This is behind the scenes.
Eastbound. So
I,
if you're
used
leaving
to shoot in the
Pottstown,
lake
you're heading toward Limerick, you got
Okay.
2 issues.
I had
See,
This
I
is
need
going
to take
right
this
outside
out so I can.
Pottstown,
I had
422.
a
There's a
space
disabled vehicle
program.
that's
I
slowing
used to
things
shoot
down.
mealy
Then there's a
bugs
crash
from
right here. So Limerick's right over there.
2002.
So a little slow go. If you're leaving Pottstown,
He used
And they
to.
survived.
He used to shoot bugs up into a rocket.
this
I mean,
morning.
rubber.
The Pennsylvania Turnpike would go,
And I
they
used to give them
cleared that
toothpicks
crash,
to eat.
things moving just
Because
fine
that's
by
what-
Quakertown.
yeah,
Dr. Mike, that's
At this
enough.
point, and everything's looking good in New
A
Jersey
mealy
and
bug.
Delaware.
Mealy
I
bug.
looked at 42 New Jersey. That is the Chicken Roads this morning. Mike and Alex, over to you.
You have probably heard by now because it came out yesterday morning. The turn in that search for the missing 3-year-old girl. Well, she's believed that she's dead now.
Which is a horrible update. And now we know that the girl's mother and her boyfriend are facing murder charges. So Hank is live in Newcastle County with the latest on this because, you know, for a while we all thought, and people were looking for this little girl. So to hear this update, it really is heartbreaking. So they better charge her with that.
You and I were all talking about, there were certain holes in this particular story. I haven't heard of anyone kidnapping a little girl on the side of the road with her mother. I don't know had either, but I figured police would answer that. Police would cover that blind spot in the story. Boy, they never, guys. They say the whole story was a pack of nonsense. Maryland State Police had found the remains of a child who has yet to be identified, but the woman who falsely called in that kidnapping, the police say she did. She is behind bars here in Newcastle, as is her partner. One of them's charged with murder, the other charged with accessory. 31-year-old Darian Randall is the woman in custody this morning here in Newcastle, Delaware, charged with first and second-degree murder, child abuse resulting in the death of a child, and other associated charges. She's the one that police say falsely called in a kidnapping report on Tuesday night, resulting in an Amber Alert and a search for her daughter, 3-year-old Nola Dickens. That search, as you said, was since called off. Police say Randall was lying. Maryland State Police say they found the child's remains buried in a vacant lot.
Homicide unit investigators had enough information gleaned through the investigation
that connected these two individuals with the disappearance of this 3-year-old. The leads that our homicide unit investigators were able to obtain that
The Beach
led
Boys had 4 number one
to the
hits.
site
One of them
where
was the
the
one you
remains
like,
were
Kokomo.
discovered, which was in a vacant lot.
Kokomo.
Identify the young, what we believe to be a child's body, but also cause of manner of death.
Yeah, in addition to the numerous charges filed against Randall, guys, police are filing accessory to murder charges against 44-year-old Cedric Antoine Britton. We don't have his picture. Who police say was at Randall's last known address in Maryland. He's in custody at the Cecil County, Maryland jail, and she's in custody here. Now, guys, next step obviously depends on the identification of the child's body found by Maryland State Police yesterday. But they've already gone ahead and filed charges, so clearly they do believe that that body found is the body of little Nola Jenkins. One of those charges filed against the 44-year-old girlfriend is knowledge of the death of the child without reporting.
Boyfriend.
And that indicates so much of the information probably came from that 44-year-old boyfriend. But we'll have more information today, guys, especially exactly who it is, that little person who's been found in the car.
Yeah. God. All right,
Just
Hank.
think what must have happened to that little
What?
girl, you know?
Yeah, what happened? 7:08.
A plane carrying more than 240 people has crashed shortly after takeoff in India.
Karen, what are you learning?
It appears like it didn't gain altitude and then crashed in a residential neighborhood. Immediately it caught fire. Take a live look outside of one of the hospitals there where you can see the family members along with the people on board. 242 people were on board. That's both the passengers.
They're all in the same
and
clothes.
crew.
Are they officials?
That's military.
Hoping for word right now. Obviously feeling very desperate. They have areas where the family is gathering and greeting and they're trying to bring some of the victims of this crash. This is an enormous plane. This is one of those Dreamliners, 787. This is the Fireball with all of that fuel, of course, on board when it crashed into the neighborhood. You can still see the smoke there. It was just minutes after takeoff. There are some videos, early videos, that do show the plane as it came in. It never got altitude. It was headed to London, to Gatwick.
Oh, Gatwick.
There in London, but it crashed in the city there in the northwestern community, or a section of India. It's called Ahmedabad is the area. And then, of course, we saw the video. This is victims being brought into the hospital, and that is hopeful there that there are still victims being brought in. Some bodies that were there at the crash site, and then other people that are being brought in.
What?
We do know, here's who was on the manifest as on board. 169 people that they're native to India. 53 Britons, 7 Portuguese, and 1 Canadian on board that flight. I think there were 12 crew as well. The British Prime Minister, Keir Starmer, put out a statement saying, quote, "The scenes emerging of that London-bound plane carrying many British nationals crashing in the Indian city of Ahmedabad are devastating. I am being kept updated on the situation as it develops, and my thoughts are with the passengers and their families at this deeply distressing time." Boeing is aware of the reports of the crash. They're working, obviously, to get more details. And according to all the safety networks, aviation databases, this is the first crash again of the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. So we'll stay on top of this developing.
Yeah, because they have not, the 787s are so new, yeah. Not surprising, it's the first one. All right, Karen, horrible. It's almost 11 past 7.
Well, you know that we've been reporting on the protests that have been happening this week, and now a federal judge will decide whether President Trump has gone too far with his deployment of the National Guard and the Marines.
Oh, when is that decision going to be made, Doug? Oh, okay.
The National Guard troops around federal buildings and Marines who are training and waiting in the wings will be the central issue in a federal court today. At the Kennedy Center last night, President Trump was greeted with both cheers and boos as he attended a performance of Les Mis. On the way in, he defended his actions in California.
And the Marines, and you would probably have a city that was burning to the ground.
No, come on.
California will call Trump's actions an unprecedented power grab, arguing that the National Guard and
You guys are quiet today on the chat. I know there's a lot of heavy news.
This was provoked by the White House?
City and state leaders say raids by ICE agents touched off the protests in the first place. And demonstrations have popped up in other cities as well. The White House maintains the president is well within his authority to protect federal buildings and agents.
President Trump will never allow mob rule to prevail in America.
And polling suggests
That's a stupid question.
enforcement is a strong issue for the president.
It's an issue that really has sustained Republicans politically for some time. The big question is there a point where they could go too far? Could they be too aggressive?
And that really underscores the competing images. ICE agents carrying out their mission to deport illegal immigrants and to sometimes...
Rose, I sent you a email.
In response.
The administration, meantime, calls California's lawsuit a political...
I sent you an email.
All right, stand by.
We'll see to see what a judge decides.
Yeah, Doug, thank you. See you tomorrow.
And it just seems like we've been dealing with a lot of death, especially in the music and entertainment industry recently. And we learned yesterday that Beach Boys co-founder Brian Wilson has died.
Look at that old footage, man. One of our viewers, and I think he's right, said they had so many hits. They had 4 number ones, and I'm pretty sure Good Vibrations was one of their number 1 hits. So Brian Wilson was the oldest and last surviving of the 3 brothers. Brian played bass, his brother Dennis played the drums, and his brother Carl was the lead guitarist in the Beach Boys. So Brian was described as a genius when it comes to music. Also serving as the band's songwriter, did a lot of the vocals. Brian struggled with substance abuse, which he wrote about, talked about a lot. Mental illness as well throughout his life. No specific cause of death was given, and Brian was 82 years old. And thank you for sending in all your requests. We're trying to play as many Beach Boys songs as possible.
Requests have been pouring in, and also the tributes. Singer-songwriter Bob Dylan posting on X heard about the sad news about Brian today and thought about all the years I've been listening to him and admiring his genius. Rest in peace, dear Brian.
Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards posting rest in peace, along with a photo of an excerpt from Keith's autobiography talking about his first time coming to America and hearing the Beach Boys on the radio. Yeah, they were quite influenced by, the Beatles were, by the Beach Boys.
And KISS co-founder Gene Simmons posting, sadly, Brian Wilson has passed away. Songwriter, visionary. Thank you for a lifetime of wonderful melodies that span decades. I'm going to spend the day listening to the Beach Boys and reminiscing.
Oh, I think a lot of people did that yesterday and into today. 7:15. Here's Sue.
Okay, we've got a lot of sunshine in store for today, but it's also going to be more humid than it was yesterday, so it's time to dig out the old muggy meter and see what's up. That would be the dew points. They're going to be up a little bit today, so we're going to have a muggy day today. It's still going to be muggy over the weekend, and then it gets even more humid after that. I'll show you what we're talking about with temperatures next week. The air quality alert is for the rest of the day today. Unhealthy out there because of the wildfire smoke. And as we look at our region, we had a lot of green on this map yesterday, but now we're into the moderate air quality range. So it could be unhealthy for you. As far as being outside and enjoying the sunshine, today is a great day to do that. The UV index is an 8, but by Saturday, I should say tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, and even Monday, it's going to be pretty poor. We'll see a little bit of sunshine, but not
already.
92 degrees today, a one-day special. And it's not like the Macy's one-day sale where it's really 2 days. It's 85 degrees tomorrow, 75
Oh, I thought we'd do this on the
Saturday,
couch.
And by Sunday,
Maybe
Father's
just
Day,
people.
73 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, and a shower or two here and there. I think the best chance of rain actually is on Monday, and it's still on the cool side. Before we start warming up next week.
Well, they brought in cutouts and framed pictures.
In his gown. Wow.
No.
Summer.
No.
Summer's next week.
Hey, that's a great point. Summer is next Friday. Boy, that one came up fast, didn't it? Let's take a look right now at 95. Not moving fast there. We got ourselves a jam. Hey, you know it's usually slow for folks coming in to Philadelphia. We're
Yeah,
talking
she's got a
north
lot of
Center
stuff.
Sioux. If you're coming in from New Jersey or Bucks County, you got to deal with that. A long stretch of that's an issue. Farther down 95, if you just kind of trucking down, I got you by the Betsy Ross Bridge. Pretty slow there as well for folks leaving the city on that stretch of 95. Here's the Vine Street Expressway, just crawling along. Usually this time of the morning it's a little slow. There's 76 right there. These folks usually go to the airport or hop on 76. I know that road very well. Take that plenty of time leaving the station. On my way to this spot right here, on my way eventually to Chester County. And on that route, it's going to be slow getting toward Chester County, both if you're coming into the city from there or if you're heading toward there. We still have a couple issues. So 422 East, just outside of Pottstown, there's a disabled vehicle slowing things down. We've got the crash as you head toward Limmer. So just kind of a mess if you're heading from Pottstown to KOP on 422 East this morning. Otherwise, it's just normal sort of morning stuff. The blue route's slow. Once you get past that split right there, then you can keep trucking down to Delaware. You take it up the blue route, take them to go to Media or Broomall. Yeah, it's a slow go there, along with some other stretches of 76 and 95. That's checking the roads this morning. Mike and Alex, it's all yours.
I don't know. A lot of people went to the game yesterday. It was kind of nice. It started at 1 o'clock. Phillies won the series over the Cubs. The Phils won 7-2. Jesus was back on it. Had 6 strong innings. Alec Boehm really needed to become, he needed a good game, and he had one. He homered, drove in 4 runs. 7-2 was the final, but my boyfriend had a great game.
Jesus Luzardo.
Yeah.
Well, nice. Well, how was his hair? Because I know he's been switching it up, so we got to keep track.
I believe he went back to the curls.
Okay, sometimes you got to go back to where you started.
Sure. Mm-hmm. And he started holding the ball in his mitt higher up on his body.
Okay.
It looked like he was tipping some pitches when he had his mitt down here. Anyway, whatever it was, it worked. So today they have the day off, and then you know who's coming to town? The Toronto Blue Jays starting tomorrow. All right. But let's talk Eagles.
Yes, because Eagles fans will soon get the chance to cheer on the Birds, of course, at the Link. Mm-hmm. And if you're feeling lucky, single game tickets for the 2025 season go on sale at 10 o'clock this morning. There's a 4-ticket limit per household, and fans should visit Ticketmaster as soon as they go on sale because you know there's going to be high demand.
Oh, yeah.
Also going on sale, tickets for the team's training camp. Their public practice at the Link is scheduled for August 10th at 6:30 p.m. Money raised from the public practice ticket sales will benefit the Eagles Autism Foundation.
You know, sometimes that sells out.
Watching
them practice.
Yeah. Because for some people, that's like the only way you can get to see them play.
Well, true.
You know what I mean?
And it's not very costly at all, but all the money goes.
Especially if you have a big family.
It's true.
You get more people in.
Let's go to Delco. Klein, Rent and Ride. What's that?
Stand-up display, they're capping down.
Oh, this this looks like trouble.
I'm having 2 conversations at one time. Oh, don't mind me.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
We got pops. I'm sorry about that.
I didn't get me to watch.
Yes, sir. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Victoria. I'm sorry.
Morning, guys.
Appreciate all this.
So Amin's sister and brother didn't feel comfortable coming.
Okay. So just Jules.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This young man.
What?
probably.
Died by suicide 2 years ago.
Yesterday, they was out 5 this week. This is gonna test this mic.
90 out.
You good? You good? Yeah. Sure. I'm 7:30, run down right there, that's my card check. Good, all right. I gotta do, yeah, I gotta do audio pop.
Cynthia said, hope you're feeling better, Mike. Were you sick?
She's probably referencing back to all the stuff.
Oh, okay. No popcorn today? Yep. I just started a little earlier. Couldn't hold myself.
Yeah, I can point the camera down on the floor to see all the popcorn
Stop it.
around her feet.
45.
Help me, Rhonda. Oh, that's weird.
Wait, say that again. Oh.
15.
Not then enough, child.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was a good one. We used to play this all the time. Help Me, Rhonda, a Beach Boys classic. As you know, we're playing all these Beach Boys songs because Brian Wilson, the founder of the Beach Boys, passed away yesterday. 7:23.
Pinterest is testing an AI feature. It would allow customers to turn their catalogs into shoppable collages. Pinterest says collages are one of the most popular content types among Gen Z users, and it will group together items or clothing in a category it considers trendy or trending. In an early test, Pinterest found users saved auto collages twice as much as the standard individual pins.
You might as well be speaking French. I have no idea what all that means.
Have you ever been on Pinterest?
No.
At all? Yeah, well, that's why.
Sue has. Maybe every day.
She used to have a segment. Pin this.
I did.
Pin this, yeah.
Yeah, but I tried everything on Pinterest that exists, so I had to change it to something else.
What you making?
What you making? That's
Yeah,
right.
it is morphed into what you're making. By the way, there's no what you're making today. It's tomorrow.
I know, but guess what? We've got a very special what you making for tomorrow.
Oh, for tomorrow? I'll look forward to it. In fact, I won't even sleep tonight.
Like a couple hours.
Okay. 7:24.
Well, in the NFL, we know who the most marketable players were over the last year when it comes to merchandise sales. And 2 Eagles made the list.
Let me guess.
So, but we're going to do first just the top 5.
Okay.
And then we'll reveal within that where the Eagles land. So, number 5.
Number 5, C.J. Stroud, Houston Texans quarterback. I'm a big fan of C.J. I would wear his stuff, I guess. The Washington Commanders quarterback. I just get a feeling he's going to have a big-time year. Jaden Daniels was number 4. So you got 2 quarterbacks in 5th and 4th place. And then our quarterback, Jalen, landed number 3. So it's quarterback. And let's do another quarterback.
Pat Mahomes,
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs. He was second in the top jersey sales. But guess who came ahead of him?
Not a quarterback. A running back.
Saquon Barkley. He was number 1 on the list of NFL's top jersey sales. For a while there, remember last season, you could not find his jersey.
No.
It was sold out everywhere, especially as he was hitting that 2,000
Yeah.
or was on his way.
He passed 2,000, yeah.
So folks were getting that jersey.
And with the reverse jump over another player, that also skyrocketed in sales.
So if you're going to get that, you want to get that early because who knows what's going to happen this season. Now, who do you have? Don't you have a jersey? Do you know?
You know, I'm not the kind of guy that wears another man's name on my back.
Oh, excuse me.
I've always found that a little odd.
To support somebody? Would you put your name on the back?
No.
Okay, well, you want no name on your back.
You'll never see my name on my back at a football game.
But we are grateful for the teams that gift that to us.
Yes.
Yes, that's a common.
For
usually.
TV purposes, I would do it. I would never go to the link with my name on my back.
During the Super Bowl, when I was looking for clothes and stuff to wear, I had a blinged out Saquon Barkley jersey.
That's okay.
That's because they picked it and they liked the Super Bowl version.
Yeah.
And you wanted something with 2 numbers on it so you can get more bling. As
Oh, is that
opposed to
right?
like a 1, because
Like
that wouldn't be as
7 or
much.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. It is 7:27. Oh, I want you to stay around for this segment because the Philadelphia Fire Department is remembering an aspiring firefighter who died by suicide at just the age of 16. Now, it was a couple years ago, so his mom is joining us in studio. Had he not passed, really we would probably be graduating from high school this week. So we'll talk to her next.
205 break.
Firefighters, or was it the high school? Because it's the graduation. I thought it's what we're.
I believe the
So wouldn't it be the high
Philadelphia
school?
Fire Department.
Okay.
No traffic.
We have a new candy shop. It is Jules.
Now let's get these pictures.
45 seconds, 45.
Her daughter took her brother to prom with her. She was ready for it. You didn't want to be out.
20 out, 20. 15. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
She keeps cutting
4,
it in her living room.
3, 2, 1.
What happened? in
No
this bar?
Drew.
What's the song, Candy Shop?
I'll take you to the candy shop. Dun, 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 what I got. Dun, dun. Now, who sings it? That's the question.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, come on. You
Candy
got
Shop.
this. You got this.
Candy Shop.
And what I got. I think early 2000s.
Early 2000s?
Not the singer, but the person on the. I don't. Olivia's a singer, but who's the person who was rapping on it?
Candy Shop.
Come on, you just said this yesterday.
I know. God.
How about this? It's it has to do with change.
Change?
Mm-hmm. Like you can keep the change.
Oh, there would be. I actually said
yes.
50 Cent.
No, that's not what you said. That's
I
not
said
how
50,
you say it.
But
say it again.
50 Cent. But 50 doesn't like his name pronounced that way.
He doesn't?
Unless it's him saying it.
When did you see that?
Oh, years ago. I think when I met him.
Oh, excuse me.
Please.
Were you in the club? You
You
can find him in the club.
Well, I had a bottle of Bub.
I got what you need.
Well, there's no question. Anyway, I'm off the rails here.
Sorry.
There's a new candy shop in town. There's a new one in Rittenhouse. Well, the Rittenhouse area. We'll take you there. You know what the name of the place is?
What?
All Aboard Candy. Woo, woo. I'll give you the exact address. Just a bit, Sue.
Well, don't get anything that's going to melt if you're going to be
M&Ms?
outside for a while. M&Ms could do it. Yeah, just be careful.
they have a
because
hard
it's going to
shell.
get in the 90s today. And look at the haze when we're trying to see this view from Wilmington. The Twins fan.
They said Bad Bunny sings it. Bad Bunny doesn't
70
sing it.
degrees in
You talking about
Wilmington
that song?
right
What?
now.
To the candy.
And we're only going up from there. So we've got the air quality alert in effect for today. We've got bust up by wearing the Superman t-shirt because it's National Superman
Where the heck
Day.
is this?
It's already
233 South 20.
temperatures in
Oh,
the
I know what that
70s.
is.
And then we'll be in the 90s later on. Not only in Philadelphia, but other places as well. When do we get there? Probably between 2 and 4 p.m.
Rose, let me know if you were able